This bonus mini-episode is an outtake from my conversation with Gina Schock. You can hear Gina's full episode by subscribing to the Trap Set on iTunes. All right, this first question comes from drummer extraordinaire, actually, Jon Wurster, who plays with Bob Mould right now. He's also in a band called Superchunk, and he plays with the Mountain Goats.
Wow.
And he's a huge fan of yours. In fact, speaking of dogs, he named his first ever dog after you. In a loving way. So
I'm sure.
He has an ultra nerdy question for you.
God.
Jon Wurster wants to know if the Rogers kit that you toured with during the Beauty and the Beat tour is the same one that you made the record with.
The Beauty and the Beat record?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is. Okay.
And actually, the snare is different because the snare that I used, and I've used on all the Go-Go's records, is a 1957 WFL that I found in a pawn shop in Boston.
While you were on tour?
Yeah.
Okay.
When we were doing little club things.
Okay.
And I had it worked on, and I used it on all the records. That snare, and then the Rogers drum on the Rogers. The rest of the kit was Rogers, and Peisty cymbals.
Okay. This next question comes from Maggie Vail. Maggie is a drummer herself. Her sister was also the drummer of Bikini Kill. But anyways,
wow.
She says, my sister and I used to watch videos and wonder if Gina counts while she's playing. Does she?
No, but everybody thinks I count. Maybe my mouth is making some kind of funny movements, but I'm not. I've had that question so many times, so I guess my mouth moves like I'm counting or something, but I'm not. I'm concentrating.
Chris, who's actually another drummer, he says, I know the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is complete bullshit, but does it bother you to be in the first and only all-female band that wrote their songs and played their own instruments, to top the Billboard album chart and be shunned year after year?
Yes.
Well, hopefully they'll get their shit together.
Yes, it does bother us. And we wonder why and when. And we love Steve Miller for what he said the other day.
I was going to ask about that.
I mean, and what's funny, we met him not last year, but the year before on tour, and he was a blast. We hung out with him for the night, hung out with him one evening and had a lot of fun with him.
Okay, Betsy, who's a fantastic bass player, wrote in to ask, how did the arrangement for We Got the Beat come together? Did Charlotte bring in the song completed, or did each person write their own parts?
No. Charlotte brought in, the song was complete in that, there was the melody and the lyrics were there. I don't know if she had all the lyrics, but probably. And she just came in and played it. And then everybody put their parts to it. Like I said before, when she started playing that eighth note riff, I just started, my body automatically started that drum beat, which is the beat for We Got the Beat. So, it's what came naturally from my body into that song. And then everybody else put their bits on there.
Travis asks, on a song like How Much More, are the snare fills and cymbal hits charted out before, or are they improvised from take to take? Also, he says to just tell you that How Much More is just the most amazing rock and roll drumming ever.
Well, I guess he doesn't. Well, that's very sweet, but I guess you're not listening to a lot of drummers. but no, I don't know how to read. I don't know how to read music.
But did you have it in your mind, like all of the snare fills and cymbal hits? Were they like orchestrated and arranged in your mind, or were you just kind of improvising from take to take?
Oh no, I never improvised. Jesus Christ, no, never. Everything is all worked out perfectly before I do anything. I sit down, I work it all out, however long it takes till I'm absolutely happy with every little bit.
Okay, our next question comes from Danny Frankel. Do you know who he is?
That name is very familiar.
He played with like Laurie Anderson and Lou Reed and folks like that.
Maybe I met him in New York
and
or something.
Fiona Apple and people like that. He lives here now. But anyways, here we go. From Danny Frankel, do you change sticks according to the styles of the songs, or do you basically use the same pair the whole set?
I use the same pair the whole set, but before I go on, I usually, because the sticks are never exactly the same weight, so I pick out a heavier stick for my left hand and a lighter stick for my right hand.
Sarah has a question. Did you always record your own tracks, or did the label ever try to force the band to bring in a drum double?
Are you kidding? No.
They never did, right?
Never. They never would. We play all our own instruments. All those records, that's us playing.
Yeah, and if you listen to like the special anniversary editions of your albums, you'll hear all these live sets and the drumming is identical. So obviously it's you. All right, I think that's it.
Well, this has really been...
Anything else that you want to say to all your fans out there? People were so excited that you were coming on. I got hundreds and hundreds of emails. I think
it's so sweet, and I'm really happy that people even care about what I have to say. Because, I don't know, man. It's nice. It's very sweet.
Well, it's been an honor and a pleasure. Gina, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.